We are recording. Hello, everybody. This is Jack.
Hey, and this is Mike.
And you are listening to Paranormal Roads.
It's been a long time, Jack. It's been a long, long time since we did a show. I think 2020, I believe. Predictions.
It's been a long time. We survived the coronavirus. It's still going on.
Right. Well, I think every sports team that we picked to win the championship, I don't think we were even close.
No, I don't think so.
We were picking crazy teams
So, we didn't even plan a show today. Mike just came over for some furniture.
Picking up some furniture.
So, a china cabinet.
It's nice.
And I was just glad he wanted it. His wife likes it, so hopefully she likes it.
You got to make the wife happy,
So, yeah. Robin told me to throw it away. I was like, this thing's too nice. I was going to sell it. I was like, I wonder if Mike wants it.
Well, I'm telling you what, furniture's big, especially people refurbishing furniture. It's a pretty big business. I mean, we're not going to do it. We're going to keep it and use it, of course. But
so, wood is up 283% since January.
I know. There's a lot that's happened in the last year since we really had time to sit and discuss a lot of the state of the world.
But today, I don't want to keep him forever because he's got that furniture. He's got to lug back home, and then he has to get help from the neighbor kids, and it's pretty heavy. It's a big piece of furniture, but so we're just gonna do a quick show.
Yeah.
And I called him the other day. I didn't get a hold of him, but I told him I'm glad I didn't get a hold of you because then it was more authentic today. Because I showed you this poem that I had written in June of 2001.
Right.
So, should I pull my poem up?
Yeah, if you can.
So I can read it to you. I'll just go. So it's on my Twitter page.
Right. What's your Twitter handle?
Jack Paranormal.
Jack Paranormal.
So
everybody out there, you need to get on Twitter, Jack Paranormal.
But and we do have a Paranormal Roads Twitter, I believe, but I don't run that one. Mike's in charge of all that. He'll have to get all the information for that. So I got 5 notifications on my Twitter. People, I got a new follower. Some lady, pretty cool. Thank you for following me. Someone liked my tweets. I should do shows where I just
tweet shows.
I do a Twitter show.
Paranormal tweets.
So,
I gotta go.
What do you think about my name? I was like, what should I use? Jack Paranormal. So.
I like it.
All right.
Sure. Is there anybody else out there using that?
I think so. I put mine has a dash in between.
Well, then you're legit.
I'm Jack Dash Paranormal. So
the dash makes it.
It's different.
Okay, so right. So I come in to pick up the furniture from Jack, and he reminded me of this poem that he had written about 2001.
Yeah, June of 2001.
So 20 years ago. So I read it. And he's like, check this out. So I read it, and it's cool. And it's it's a professional sounding poem. It's really well done.
I actually got second place in the poem contest.
It's cool.
So I wrote this for a poem contest. Go ahead.
Oh, and then so he opens up another page on his laptop, and he's like, read this. And I'm reading the same poem. It's a poem that is written in stone somewhere.
Yeah.
Cast iron, how they do that. I don't know what material they use.
That's just me typing. You hear the sound.
And
so
this poem, I'm reading Jack's poem, and then I read this other poem, that's written in metal.
Yeah.
Stamped in the metal. Same damn poem.
Pretty much.
The first two, well, go ahead, read the first 2 lines.
Here, I'll read. How about this? I'll read my poem,
okay,
and you read the other poem.
Okay, that's
a good
idea.
I have to do some research. I don't even know who wrote it because it says Thomas Jefferson.
Right.
But
when you type it in the Google,
it says someone else. I'm not sure, so we'll have to do some research. So here's my poem. I'll give you a little backstory. So I was working in a factory, and I got laid off, for the second or third time. And I think it was the third time, within a year, and they said, you're not coming back. We're laying off. They were laying a lot of people off, and they said, we can't bring you back. So
Right.
I was living in Ohio, pretty much by myself. My family's all in PA. I mean, I had some family out there, but most of my family was in PA. And I didn't know what my future held for me. But I was like going to unemployment. Just got on it, on unemployment.
Right.
And I was like, I don't want to be someone on unemployment. I didn't even like the stigma of being unemployed.
Yeah.
It's like I like to work. I like to earn my money. I like to provide for myself.
Well,
So
yeah,
I wrote this poem
Yeah.
because I was unemployed just for a brief amount of time. And the reason why I wrote it for a poem place, I was partying with my friends because I was like unemployed, went visit some buddies in Athens, Ohio,
Right.
and I was in a girl's dorm. And she was like, "Oh, check this out." So I was like hanging out with this girl, and she was into poetry and stuff. I was like, "Well, I can write poems," because I was trying to hit on her and stuff. I was like,
Right.
"Oh, yeah, check this out." So she was on this place, poetry.com. So I was like, "I'll write a poem." I wrote this poem in literally like 15 seconds. It was like I just wrote it, didn't think about it. And when I was writing it, I told Mike earlier, it felt like I was in a trance when I was writing it, but it was the way I describe it, it was just like clarity. I had like nothing was around me. It was like I was in my own head, and it was just like a moment of perfect clarity came to me, and I just typed this out without stopping. And then when it was done, I was like, "Oh, that sounds good to me," and I submitted it. So
Well, that's pretty amazing that you thought about that. You're trying to impress this girl. Most guys would have opened a beer bottle with their nipple ring or something.
Yeah.
But Jack's like, "Oh, I'll write a poem real quick."
yeah,
Like said nobody ever.
yeah.
So until that moment.
Like the greatest inventions are about trying to impress women. That.
That's true.
So here's a poem I wrote called "A Certain Man." So it's by me.
You read your first line, and then I'll read the other.
Okay, and then I'll read the rest of mine. Then you can read the other one.
Sure.
Okay, this is "A Certain Man" by me, Paranormal Jack Paranormal. I won't tell you my whole name, but here it goes. I do not wish to be a common man. It is my right to be uncommon.
And here's the American creed. I do not choose to be a common man. It is my right to be uncommon. That's the same damn thing.
Yeah, and I swear to God, I'd never seen that in my life. Never heard it. Never read it. Never seen it in a movie. I never researched it. This was before everyone had internet for learning and stuff back then. I've never seen this in my life.
It's amazing. Creed. It's amazing. Read the next line.
All right. Okay, so I'll just start from the beginning. I do not wish to be a common man. It is my right to be uncommon. I seek opportunity, not security.
Okay. I do not choose to be a common man. It is my right to be uncommon. I seek opportunity to develop whatever talents God gave me, not security. You just wrote the same thing in a different... Are you sure, Jack, you didn't see this when you were
I've never
2
seen
years
it.
old
No,
or something?
Never.
All
and
right.
It just came to me so fast. I just wrote how I felt because I didn't want to be unemployed.
It's a pretty good story.
So I'll read you the whole poem, and then Mike will read you the other poem.
Sure.
And the other one, it's called The American Creed. I don't know if it's on a Thomas Jefferson plaque we've seen, but I don't know if he wrote it. I don't know who wrote it, but maybe Thomas Jefferson. I'm not sure.
Okay.
So
go ahead and read it.
Certain Man by Jack. I do not wish to be a common man. It is my right to be uncommon. I seek opportunity, not security. I prefer the challenge of life rather than a guaranteed existence. I do not wish to be kept humbled or dulled by society. I will not trade my freedom for beneficence, nor my dignity for a handout. I will not cower before any master, nor will I bend to any threat. It is my heritage to stand erect, proud and unafraid, and to face the world boldly and say, "This I have done." And that's it.
Okay, the American Creed. I do not choose to be a common man. It is my right to be uncommon. I seek opportunity to develop whatever talents God gave me, not security. I do not wish to be a kept citizen, humbled and dulled by having the state look after me. I want to take the calculated risk, to dream and to build, to fail and to succeed. I refuse to barter incentive for a dole. I prefer the challenges of life to the guaranteed existence, the thrill of fulfillment to the stale calm of utopia. I will not trade freedom for benevolence, nor my dignity for a handout. I will never cower before any earthly master, nor bend to any threat. It is my heritage to stand erect, proud and unafraid, to think and act myself, enjoy the benefit of my creations, and to face the world boldly and say, "This, with God's help, I have done." All this is what it means to be an American. So, Jack, you were probably Thomas Jefferson in a past life then. How did you... What's the deal here?
I don't know. So was that Thomas Jefferson that wrote that?
I don't know.
I don't know. So if anybody has any...
Do some research.
If anybody has any thoughts out there, if there are any clairvoyants out there, was Jack Paranormal Thomas Jefferson in a past life?
Right.
Or whoever the author of that originally was. Because I guarantee, I'm telling you with all certainty, I wrote what I wrote without any input.
Well, yeah, you definitely, I mean...
Earthly input.
I mean, it's... The chances of you writing that... It's too close. It's just... It's astronomical. It's too close. The words are too close. The rhythm of the poem is the same. It's basically you're saying the exact same things, but just the words are just a little bit different.
Yeah, that's.
So,
I'm still like I'm shocked. Like I'm still shocked. I just seen this the other day, and I only seen that American Creed because I was watching a video and Sidney Powell, she's one of the U.S. attorneys. She made a video, and she said, "Read this," and she like played it in a video, and I was like, "What? What?" And I was reading, I was like. I was like, first thing I thought, she stole my poem? I was like, did Sidney Powell steal my poem? Is someone stealing my work? And then I was like...
They hacked in your...
I was like, wait, did they... I was like, wait, that's old. I was like, what? Wait, what? I was just like...
Wait a second.
These question marks are popping up in my head. I'm like, what is going on here?
Did you put this up on Twitter and then she said it? Or you put it up on Twitter after because...
I've had this up on Twitter for a long time.
So maybe they stole it.
This has been my pinned tweet for a long time.
Maybe the higher-ups in the United States government is checking out Jack Paranormal for their for their insight.
Well, the original poem is old, so...
That's true.
So, it's just...
So who did they rip off? Did they rip off you, or did they rip off some guy that's long gone? I don't know. They're ripping off somebody.
I don't know. But I do believe in reincarnation, so perhaps I am reincarnate of whoever wrote this. So I don't even know who wrote it.
Yeah, I would think that would be the most logical conclusion. I mean, because, right, have anybody go to anybody on the street, pick a random man or woman on the street, and say, write a poem about America. You know, what's going to come there? Apple pie, fireworks, 4th of July. Nobody's going to come up with this.
Yeah, it's just absurd. I'm still shocked. That's just the word I keep. It's just crazy. I don't want anyone to. I don't want to be criticized and people say, "Oh, you must have stole that." I was like, I did not.
Well, I mean, there's no way that you just thought about it. You're trying to impress a girl. Like, you're not. You didn't think ahead of poetry. You just. The thought came in your head and you just belted it out, and there it is.
It was serendipitous. It was just meant to be that night.
It's like when people do what is that, automatic writing, where they just start writing and then they start just writing.
Who knows how these words came to my mind? Automatic writing, past reincarnation. Maybe the spirits were coming into me, whispering into my brain. I don't know.
Yeah, your ancestors maybe.
So
passing it
that noise is my dog walking around. I didn't even know she was in here.
She's scratching.
So yeah, but It's crazy. So, the listeners out there, tell us what you think. If you like my poem, let me know. I mean, after our reading the American Creed, it's like, yeah, that's a great poem. So,
hey, it's better than the idea I had. I mean, I think I told you a couple weeks ago. They're gonna put sperm on the moon.
oh,
They're gonna have
yeah.
like one of those.
For a show, yeah.
Yeah, we got to do that for a show.
Elon Musk is putting his Musk on the moon.
Putting Musk on the moon. And my wife said, Shelley, she goes, well, if they're going to put sperm on the moon, they need to throw a couple eggs up there. Because, what good is there going to be a bunch of sperm up there if there's nothing to fertilize with?
Well, they've already been on the moon. Maybe they already did that.
Yeah, maybe, yeah,
maybe
that's true.
Neil Armstrong.
You don't know.
Maybe the first footstep wasn't a foot.
Right, that's right. He was the first guy to get frisky on the moon with himself, basically, is what you're saying. You never know. It gets lonely in space, they say. Nobody can hear you.
And like, no one's here, no one's watching. So.
Yeah, there's no camera that can see me. Armstrong.
That's
why they
illegal.
call him Armstrong. No, this is getting us.
It's not illegal here. It's not even the same planet.
Right. It's the reason they call him Armstrong.
Yeah.
He was always in the bathroom.
We're just kidding, and we're not trying to trash Neil Armstrong. We're just making fun of him.
He was the man. There was actually a very good movie with. Did you see that Neil Armstrong movie? It had.
I did not. I know you're talking about. I forget the name.
Right.
So.
Really good, really well done about Neil. The only movie I've ever seen about Neil Armstrong.
All right, we'll have to talk about that show some other time, maybe.
Yeah, I
bring
wish
up the titles and stuff.
Can't
We'll get
think
the
of name of
actors.
the movie, yeah.
But Neil Armstrong was cool, and all the other Buzz Aldrin and all of them. I don't remember all their names.
Buzz is still kicking, man. Can you believe it? I don't know. He's got to be.
I saw him on Dancing with the Stars.
He was dancing even now.
Yeah, well, a couple years ago he was on Dancing with the Stars. He was he was doing pretty good.
Well, we love him because
moonwalk.
He's all about the aliens. He's like, he knows.
Yeah, he knows stuff.
If anybody knows on the planet,
he's probably best friends with an alien.
President Bush knows, of course,
because
his dad was all into that, and he pretty much set up all that UFO stuff. And Buzz knows for sure.
Oh yeah.
But we'll get into that for sure.
But yeah, I think this was a good show to have. Thanks for coming over. We didn't even plan on having a show. Mike was just coming for a china cabinet, and then I just kind of twisted his arm and said, "Hey, you want to go to my garage and play darts?" And we played some darts, and I was like, "Hey, you want to stay and do a show?" He's like, "Okay."
Well, you bought all this new cool equipment that I haven't seen before, and it's really neat. I like it.
I got a new mixer board.
I feel powerful. I feel
microphones.
I feel like my voice carries with all this stuff.
The only thing I don't have yet is I need a splitter so I can plug in more headsets. So because I only have one headset at the moment.
Well, we got to get some people in here.
But yeah, these are pretty nice mics though.
Got to get some people to stop by the studio. Yeah, anybody out there on the internet wants to come and do a show with us?
I got my studio right at my front door, so you can just walk in and.
Right, and of course
we'll put up there. If you're friends with me, just come in and sit down in the chair and I can ask some questions. It's pretty cool.
And when we love when we go ghost hunting, the more people, the merrier.
Oh yeah, yeah. Things are gonna get really good. So I'm buying all this stuff just to sit here. So we're gonna be doing some more stuff. I was gonna put out some content with just me also because Mike can't be here all the time, and Mike's gonna have a great time here. So I got two mics here, so
yeah, absolutely. So yeah, pretty cool.
Oh, another cool thing, my son started doing his podcasting.
Right,
I haven't listened to it yet, but
I mean, they're good. He has his friends come over. They're just a little too long for me to listen to.
So,
they're good, and I wish I had the time, but I'm just so busy. I can't.
Yeah, he's pretty popular already. He's more popular than us. So
yeah, he's gotten more. Unfortunately, yeah, I wouldn't say that on tape, but, on video, but
yeah. But yeah, so the poem, I'm still shocked. So you don't think I'm lying, do you? You don't think I stole the poem, do you?
No, Jack. I've known you long enough. You don't make things up.
So
no, you.
And I wrote that so quickly, originally. And it's just when I seen that the other day, with that Sidney Powell video. I was like, oh my god. But here's another thing. There might be something to that. So maybe historically, this is a sign. Maybe not just for us, but as a country, there's a sign. There's something happening, and that's a good message.
Well, I think we're coming out of this pandemic stronger, more focused. People are going to start looking at their lives, be like, well, I got to do something with my life. I want to do new things and explore new areas. People are just tired of sitting on their butts watching Netflix, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I am. I'm glad I'm here. I don't want to be... How many times can I rewatch all these shows?
TV gets boring after a while.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I wrote the poem originally as like my personal creed. Like I wrote it like I was unemployed. It was like it was like something I wrote to give myself motivation.
Right.
So it was like a self-motivating poem for myself. And then the original one, it's kind of like for everyone, but anyone that reads mine, you can reference to it as well. So read you can read mine, and you can go online and just read American Creed, Thomas Jefferson, and maybe those would be words that you could listen to, and you could help yourself. Take it for what they are, and maybe you can improve your own worth.
Well, one day, Jack, I don't know if we'll still be around on this earth, but there'll be a plaque somewhere with this poem on there, and underneath it'll say, written by Jack Paranormal.
Yeah. Or my real name, which I won't put out.
Yeah, we won't tell them your last name.
But you'll learn it then.
Right.
So I should, you know what? What's stop? I should make my own plaque.
You can make your own plaque. Oh, remember that one time we were going to do that and hide it somewhere?
Yeah.
We were going to write like religious rules,
yeah,
like in gold.
Yeah.
And then we were going to like tie them together between two rocks.
Yeah.
And hide them somewhere in a mountain. So
like 1,000 years.
1,000 years from people now are like, oh, Jack and Mike, they were prophets.
Yeah.
They wrote on gold. These must be religious, These
must be very valuable.
But they'll be stupid rules, though.
Yeah.
Like brush your teeth.
Yeah.
Whatever, I don't know.
Everybody must brush their teeth.
Right. Look before you cross the road both ways.
Yeah. Everybody like, what's a road?
Yeah. Yeah, Elon Musk will change that. We'll all be driving underground.
Oh, yeah.
And electric cars.
All right, well, I think I'm going to close this out. And I will give Mike a copy, and he can edit it up for the show.
You'll have to send me that.
And this is pretty fun. Yeah.
All right, well, Jack, it's been fun. I can't wait to get back to it. Pandemic's kind of somewhat over, so we could take our masks off and maybe do some investigations, talk about some stuff.
Yep. Let's take off your mask. All right, this is Jack.
This is